Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Angels and Energy Telesummit Tour, Day 8, A Passport to Healing Your Body, Financial Flow, and Relationships. We so appreciate that you are in alignment with us around Archangel Raphael, the Master Healer, and God's position to help us all heal. I'm Lori Raymond, founder of Women as Visionaries, and also the creative strategist with virtual visionary events, along with my friend and co-creator, Cecily MacArthur, a Dream Life Coach and Certified Life Mastery Consultant. We're just so happy that you could be with us today from around the world for our third Telesummit. Some quick, simple housekeeping notes for those who are just now joining us, and for those who are listening, we appreciate your patience, but we have new people joining us, hundreds every day, and we are so grateful and thankful. And we'll work to keep our interview to an hour, knowing that the angels are in charge. There will be time for questions at the end. And most importantly, the interview replay will be immediately available for 24 hours on the daily webcast link. If you need the link, check your email. We've sent that to you. Check it out. You'll find it there. And of course, if you want to have this information with you or maybe gift somebody, Christmas is coming up, you can purchase the VIA Very Important Angel Upgrade Package with all of the 11 interview hours and some amazing bonus gifts from our tour guides, if you would, truly valued at $300, not $1,500, let me tell you that, but, truly $300. And so we're just so grateful that you might consider that. Finally, we want to share again on every one of these calls that our intention for Cecily and I, that we are passionate about bringing people like you from across the globe to connect with angelic guidance and specifically Archangel Raphael in this call and the remaining days up until Saturday. And it makes sense to us that we wanted to include energy medicine, which our guest speaker today, our guest tour guide is going to share. We wanted to add energy medicine to this angelic guidance. And more specifically, our intention is we want you to walk away with specific tools, strategies, and mindsets that will absolutely move you towards the healing of your life. And that is our intention from Cecily and me. And so we're going to rock. Here we are. We're at 4:06 p.m. and we're just going into content. We are about content rich, correct, Cecily?
Mm-hmm.
And so it is with great joy to introduce to you Elizabeth Harper. She's going to be speaking to us about shielding your energetic boundaries for health, wealth, and happiness. She's a very sweet soul. We've come to know her and we love her. And she's a popular and inspiring teacher, color intuitive, and visionary artist who empowers others to realize their life. She has been featured in well-known national magazines, including Woman's World, Red Book, Prevention and Health, and is a magazine columnist and regular contributor to a radio and television show in the U.S. and Australia. She shows up often at the Omega Institute, where she is loved and revered, and she often facilitates workshops at some of the nation's most renowned organizations. Again, as I said, the Omega Institute, the Open Center, and the Learning Annex. And so it is with great joy that I introduce to you Elizabeth Harper.
Thank you. I always love listening about myself. Thank you so much. It's a great joy to be here with you both, and it's so nice to be in a threesome. Isn't it? Nice 3 energy. I always love that 3 energy. It's the number of abundance. So thank you for inviting me.
And Cecily has got some awesome questions to ask you about shielding your energetic boundaries. Powerful topic for health, wealth, and happiness. So, Cecily, it's yours.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lori, and welcome, Elizabeth. Oh, wonderful to have you here again, and we just love your work, and we're so thrilled that you are with us again, and we will hopefully continue to work with you. This has been a great relationship and ongoing. I'm counting on from the angels here. I like the 3, abundance with 3. So we didn't plan it that way, but see how the angels are always working with us to make this work out. So, Elizabeth, before we get into the great topic, I want to just let people know a little bit about you, and because you've got such a great accent, people don't know you, to explain a little bit more about your background and how you started with angels and how you got to be doing what you're doing.
Well, as you say, originally I'm from England. I always say my mother was one of the pioneers of yoga in Britain during the 50s and 60s. So I was raised with that kind of mindset of spirit, because yoga is not just a physical exercise, it's also a way of being. So as a child, when I started to see auras and energies and connect with people that had died, and I could see what was going to happen to people, my mother didn't say to me, "Oh, don't be stupid." She totally understood. Plus, she was psychic as well. So I've really come from that place of embracing my psychic ability from childhood. It's never been turned off. It's always been turned on. And I came to this country when I had a very strong feeling in 1999, and I met my husband in this country as well. So I feel that the United States is my soul place. And I feel that we all know where our soul place is. Oh, once we've been there, I have to say, once we've landed there, we know where it is.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I always love the story, particularly with the people who knew it as a child, and the fact that you were supported by your mom and the environment that you were in, so that it was easy for you to really never lose your gifts and have to rediscover them. So that it's a great story. I'm sure people relate to that. So let's talk about this amazing topic, which I was very excited when you chose this, because I know that this is going to mean a lot to the listeners also. So tell us about where this came from. How did you decide on this today?
Well, my left brain, the logical part of me, thought we'd talk about the chakras and the changing energy, the ascension colors of the chakras, but I tuned into Archangel Raphael to see what the subject for my segment would be. I've learned never to assume, always check in. Well, I was surprised to discover that it was going to be about creating, shielding energetic boundaries. It's not something I've even considered or thought about. It's something I teach in my intuition classes, but I hadn't thought about it for this segment. So I knew this was coming from the source, and it's obviously something that we need to look at right now. And, there's a lot of change in the world at this moment. Energy is transforming. New energies are coming in. The new indigo children are bringing in the indigo vibration. So this is changing the things for all of us. And we're all trying to keep everything in balance, our health, our wealth, our stability, our home, everything. And this all relates to our energy boundaries. So as healers, and we're all healers, if you have the capacity to love, then you are indeed a healer. Well, it's our job as healers to create energetic boundaries so that we can function in this world and continue to be of service. So as we create and maintain our own energy boundaries, we create and maintain a planetary boundary as well. So that's it in a nutshell.
Can you talk about, give us a definition of energetic boundaries for people who might not understand that?
Well, we live on different dimensions and not just the physical plane. On the physical plane, our skin shields our bodies and everything contained within the body from harm. So our skin is our physical boundary. But also we create energetic fields of protection on other subtle levels as well. So your auric field is one of these energy boundaries. Many healers have already learned how to protect their energy boundaries. The boundary is like a border. Only those with a passport can get in. I was kind of interested to hear you saying about people having a passport to be on this call now. And it's that same thing, we're creating passports for people to get in. So as healers, we usually let in our guides and angels. When healers work, they open their energy boundaries to invite the energy of another into their personal energy field. This serves to provide protection for the person being healed and gives the healer the opportunity to sense what is going on in the energy field of the person being healed. Plus, it helps that person to receive healing. The problems arise when we let someone in and their energies hang out inside our boundaries, kind of like an odor that hangs around after they've left. Or their energy brings ours down because it's so heavy, so it's like a weight that creates imbalance. Or we get infected with the energy of another, like a virus. So negativity is like a virus. And boundaries really work from the inside out, so it's important to look at who you are, where your energy goes, how you live your life, and what kind of people you surround yourself with. So an energetic boundary can shield you from harm, protect your energy so that you stay energized, and protect your health, wealth, and happiness. And honoring yourself with love is going to create the best boundary you can get. When I teach, I create a boundary that surrounds myself, my individual self, and I create another boundary that surrounds myself and my students as well. So it's like a double circle around me. So I see an energetic boundary as an invisible field with you at the center, and around you is energy that is protecting you on different levels of awareness, and that energy has an edge or a boundary.
So you're talking about, I love the idea when you're having classes, you've got a double boundary because you protect yourself from, and because the students have energy also, but then you also protect the students so that you set it up in the room. Can you talk about how you do that? What is it when you say a circle of love around you? Can you describe that a little bit more so people can really experience what it is you do to create that?
Well, with that kind of double boundary energy, I hadn't realized I was doing it until someone, in my class, in my intuition class, I have people check their energy field, what the distance is of their energy field before they do healing. So they do this with copper divining rods, and they see how far an energy field is out. Well, when someone did this to me, I realized then, and only then, that I had created this double loop. One of them was right next to me so that I was still available, but I was protected. I was protecting myself. And this was my regular kind of energy that I use to protect myself. And it tends to be a bit of an emotional field with that love energy. I'm full of love, obviously, and I allow people in, but that love also cleanses me as well. And then that second boundary I've created to embrace all my students in it. I felt like a big Buddha, those big laughing Buddhas with the big bellies. And I felt like I had that big belly that was out there just holding everyone in that space. And it boils down to intention. My intention was to open my energy field up so that I embraced everyone within that field. And I do it with the intention of love and light, so that I am protected, but also my students are protected within that field. I do believe that everything is intention. So if your intention is to be protected, if your intention is to be protected by love, then that's exactly the way it's going to be.
Okay, so that's great. So it starts with an intention, and so people know that they want to do that. How can we tell? I mean, there are people that do drain our energy. Have people draining or actually breaching our boundaries. How can we recognize that someone may be actually coming through, or we forgot to protect ourselves? How can we tell that?
Okay, so there's a couple of terms I'm sure most people have heard of: psychic attack, psychic vampirism, and psychic hoovering. I made that last one up. I'll tell you about that later. So let's start with psychic attack. So true psychic attack is rare. I'd like to share a story with you about psychic attack. It's not as bad as it sounds. I was being interviewed on a television show. This was about 20 years ago. And with me was a friend who was in the same line of work as myself. The interviewer asked me to do a reading. This was the first time I'd been on a television show giving a reading. And I was a little wet behind the ears, so I opened myself up, gave a reading, and then shut my energy down after the reading. But the problem was I felt completely drained, and I thought it was just a domino effect from the excitement of being on the show. Anyway, the next day, I still felt drained. It was as if the plug had been pulled from out of me, and I just couldn't rejuvenate my energy. I couldn't figure out what the problem was, so I drew a mandala. I call these soul doodles. I just draw a circle. I don't know if you've ever drawn a mandala. I draw a circle, meditate to connect with my inner wise self, and then I draw whatever comes to me in the circle. So I'm kind of doodling. And, you know, the Swiss psychiatrist Gustav Jung would draw a mandala every day in his journal. He felt that it was a mirror of the self. And I feel that my mandalas are an accurate reflection of my energy and my auric field. So they're a great tool to discover what's going on for you energetically. Anyway, I noticed that my energy mandala was a little all over the place. There were patchwork images in it, as if I were putting Band-Aids on myself. Plus, I'd drawn the Christian symbol of the cross. So I felt some part of me was trying to communicate that I was invoking protection in every way possible, and one of these was, you know, putting a cross in there. If you've ever seen movies where someone needs to keep the vampire at bay, well, they always use a cross, don't they? It kind of burns an imprint on the vampire's soul, so they leave you alone. Well, the same day I drew the mandala, I attended a rescue circle that I used to be a part of. The intention of the circle, by the way, was to help earthbound souls to go into the light. So in a rescue circle, we're saving souls. Well, one of the other mediums in the group, without me asking her, told me that I had a crow on my shoulder. She often saw or interpreted energy in this way as something physical. She said it was negative and was linked with a female. It was on my left shoulder, which is feminine. And you know, when you're psychic, you only need a nudge to get to the whole picture, right? I immediately knew that this negative energy had been directed at me by my friend during the television show. Yeah, when I was open and vulnerable to energy, she was jealous and angry at my success. And she was not a bad person. She was just not, it wasn't an intentional part of her to send this negativity to me. It's often our nearest and dearest, those we love and trust, who can find a way through our energetic boundaries. But I had a double whammy. I was open to energies coming in because I was giving a reading in a public forum. My rescue friends gave me healing. I disconnected from the energy of this person, and I was fine after that. But this experience was a great gift. It was a gift from the angels because it helped me realize that the more I entered the public arena, the more protection I would need. I'd had rights, I create meditations, I have a digital page with downloads. And, you know, the last Angel Telesummit, I made these angel cards as well, color cards. So they're on my digital download page too. And
all free, aren't they?
Actually, they're not. Though some things are free, and some things are just a minimal payment.
Okay.
But I also have a newsletter, so people can sign up for the newsletter. And on my calendar, you'll notice that finally I'm home until November. I've been on the road rather a lot. And the next time I'll be away is in Westchester County. My husband and I, Wynn, will be offering sessions in Westchester County. And there'll also be a trunk show. So do check out my calendar, and you can sign up for my newsletter through my website, sealedwithlove.com.
Great. In Westchester County, for people who are listening from all over the world, they don't know where that is.
Oh, it's New York City. It's close to New York City.
You have to say that, girlfriend. You have to say that.
New York.
New York City. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, and we are just so delighted, and we want, this is the commercial break right now. in this time. Cecily and I just want to invite you that you encourage and invite all your friends through Facebook to join us on these very special hours. Become an Angel affiliate where you could earn some extra cash through the VIA, Very Important Angel Upgrade Package, where you get and can have forever the 11 hours of content-rich calls, like what you've just heard, what you've heard from the past week, what you're going to hear, plus several bonus gifts from each and every one of our presenters, valued at over $300. So we are so grateful for everyone who chooses to participate with us in whatever way you want. And I know, Elizabeth, you have something special you want to talk to us about, something.
Angel gift.
So you want to share that with our listeners right now?
I do. I make energy wraps. These are silk. For numerous different reasons. They're great for protection, especially the angel energy wrap, as you're physically wrapped in the image of your angel's wings when you wear it. So I have an angel energy wrap to give as a gift, as a divine gift. And these are individually handcrafted. I make all of them. They take 6 days to create, just like the earth. So it's not a fast process. I fill them with love and healing. So the angel wrap that I have to offer has specific colors and vibrations for dynamic healing. So this wrap is different from the angel energy wrap photo that's on my website. It's most definitely one of a kind. So to enter, to be part of this gift, I'm going to be drawing a name on Saturday to enter to win this gift. Just go to my website. You have a choice. You can go to the contact page and put your name and email in there. But in the comments section, make sure that you put Archangel Raphael. You don't need to say anything else. Just put Archangel Raphael. Alternatively, you can go to the prize draw page of my website, which is sealedwithlove.com/prize draw. Enter your name and email address, and of course, again, in the competition answer, put Archangel Raphael. And I'll be drawing a name on Saturday evening. I'll be asking Raphael to help me, and I'll be announcing the winner in my Monday newsletter. So lots of luck to everyone.
Oh, and I've seen that wrap. Whoops, go ahead.
And Elizabeth, we're going to be sharing that in our post information to everybody so that they have that. And so with that, we want to move to, and I'm going to give it back to Cecily, because we know that we have some people who have questions and answers, and we want all those people to be brief because we have many, many people. But go ahead, Cecily.
All right. And I've on your website this picture of that wrap, and it is gorgeous. You outdid yourself with this particularly made especially just here with the archangels on it. It's an extraordinary. So all 4 archangels you put on there. So
that's right. Yeah.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty. All right. People know that routine. We have had some people with their hands up for quite a while, Elizabeth. People know how to do this, and they want to ask you questions. So if you're on the phone, *2 on your phone. If you're on the webcast, you can write a question in that little box there, and we will get your questions. So please raise your hands. And all right, so I'm going to start with the first person who I think put their hand up, but just because you started talking. So, and I just realized I unmuted you, but there's no phone number here. It's so you were the very first person to put your hand up, way about back, just as anonymous on the phone number. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You're unmuted.
Hi. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Taking my call.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Anna.
Anna, okay.
I had a session with you a number of years ago, and at the time you told me I was working on 9/11 energy. So I'm wondering what's happening these days.
So just a moment, because what's interesting is I've got lots of orange energy in my energy field, and I'm wondering if that's come from Cecily, and that was the last person I talked to about energy and color. So just this moment, I'm going to pick one of my Aurasoma cards just to see what comes up. Oh, you know what? What's come up is pink and rose pink. These are it's about love. And protecting yourself with love and bringing love into your life in different ways. Rose pink, of course, is having roses around you, and it's a very feminine energy. So it's very much about connecting to your femininity and connecting to the goddess and connecting to the love energy. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So bring pink into your energy field. Wear some rose quartz at this time. That would be perfect.
Uh-huh. That sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Anna. Thank
you.
you. Thank you for being patient. All right. The next person is 6058. Hello. What's your name and what's your question for Elizabeth?
Hi. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for taking my call. My question is, I'm wondering, what energy I should be surrounding myself with. And I've been going through some very difficult times. But I also feel this strong, it's like a hand at the back of my neck. I keep feeling like I'm being grabbed at the back of my neck. I don't know if that's positive or if that's negative and who it is.
No, it feels good. It doesn't feel bad. Just as you came on, there was a big mass of purple energy. And purple is about transformation, but it's a little bit heavy. So what you might need at this moment is some lilac. Bring some lilac energy in. I have some lilacs around you. I don't know if they're not really in bloom, but you can have pictures of lilacs around you. So you bring that lilac energy in at this time. And I feel like there must be some essential oil that's lilac as well, because I keep getting a strong sense of lilac. And it's really about lightening your energy field. I feel like that hand is just someone that is supporting you. That energy is just someone that is supporting you at this moment, because it has been difficult. And you may want to, when you shower, is just invite lots of light into your energy field when you're showering, so that you can release a lot of energy at the same time as you're showering. Do you understand that?
Yes. Would that be that overwhelming sadness that I can't
take? And it's just that water energy will help you as well to release. But it feels very heavy, but I feel like you need to make that intention to lighten the energy up. And you'll do it with bringing lilac in, because that lilac is the same as purple. It just has white in it, whereas the purple has black in it.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, sweetheart.
That's great. All right. Next caller. All right. There's another regular here, 6952. Hello, Bellany.
Aloha. How are you beautiful angels today?
We're very good.
Well, Elizabeth, got a little conundrum, because I have been doing every single solitary thing you say for protection. I have around me, I have been blessed with some very cutting edge technologies that I use also, and Vogel crystals and really cool things. But I still seem to have really bizarre things happening around me perpetually. And I don't know, I remember not too long ago that way back when I was quite young, because of my psychic and psychometric gifts, I was invited to be the high priestess of a coven, which I very graciously declined, and went on my merry way in my little rosy bubble. And not long after that, crystals and things around me started blowing up. The crystal pendants I wore would just drop off my neck. And things like that have continued pretty much all the way since then. I just made the connection recently to where it could have originated. I don't know what to do about this. It is very disconcerting and uncomfortable, and I believe the same thing, that all I had to do was be and think and do love, and nothing could ever touch me. And it seems that that's not fully the case for me.
Are you using your abilities? Are you working?
I use my abilities as a gift to my friends and things. I would love to work in the realm of using those abilities. I live in an area where they're not welcomed, and I need to do an online presence, which I've been doing some brainstorming to try to create.
Yeah, I had a friend that had a lot of poltergeist activity around him, and as soon as he started to channel that into healing, that activity stopped. And I feel that before you said priestess, they could see that energy coming in as well. When you start using this on a more professional level, you'll find that you channel that energy in, and that energy will help protect you as well. I have a meditation. It's called the chakra workout meditation. The first meditation helps you to open your chakras and close your chakras down. And one of the problems with being a psychic or working in the healing realm or watching the television, or talking to people about psychic things is you tend to open yourself up. It's like being a balloon. When you blow air into a balloon and then you let the air out of the balloon, it's much easier to blow that balloon up every time. And that's the same when you're psychic. It's really easy to open your energies up. And so it's very important to learn to close that energy down. So email me and I will send you the link. I will send you that first meditation from my chakra workout meditation for you to use so that you can learn to close your energies down. And I'm quite sure that you're doing that, but this is a routine so that it will help you to do that. See how that works for you.
Oh, I'd be so grateful for that, honey. Thank you. And quickly, may I ask, is that what also causes the difficulty with technology for a lot of us who are okay.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
This will help. Thanks.
That's right.
All right,
Thank you
great.
So
Good. Thank you, Melanie. All right, so I'm going to go to the webcast. We have some good questions here. So we have Marie in Paris, and she wants to know, do the colors of clothes we wear have an impact on our life? I wanted to ask you this question.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, when I teach workshops, if I teach my 5-day kind of intuition play shop, at the end of that, I often wear black. Because I feel that black is protecting me, and I'm going into my cave. So absolutely, the colors that you wear, you'll find that one day a color will look great, and the next day it just doesn't suit you, and it's really clashing with your energy. And again, you can find out more on my website about color and what colors mean and how to invoke the qualities of those colors as well. Like Cecily said with blue, she uses blue to protect her, although today it was orange, but that blue energy is very protective. So every color has a protective energy on a certain level, and use your intuition to ask why you're bringing that color in, because I can say what it means for me and also what it may mean in a textbook, but at the end of the day, it's your intuition that's bringing that color in. So ask and open your mind up to invite the answers into your mind, into your body, and into your wise self.
Great. And one other question. I wanted to get this one in because I think it's a lovely question. This is from Pam in Everett, and she said she had a granddaughter born on January 3rd of this year, and she seems like such a angelic love energy and is very knowing and sensitive. How can I best help her with her protection and shields?
In her room, put fairies and angels, just those images around. And like we said with that invocation, with Gabriel before me, Raphael behind me, Michael to my right, Uriel on my left side, just I've forgotten which way that was now. I think I got that wrong. But just you could put images of those archangels around the cot of your grandchild, and I feel like that will help to protect. because I can see, energetically, I can see a big presence, an angelic presence around there already, so that child is protected. And yes, it's absolutely beautiful energy. There really is a beautiful energy there.
It's great to be able to do that for children too, and to encourage her as she grows with that energy. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we do need to stop with questions. There were more, and I do apologize we didn't get to everything, but thank you all for raising your hands and writing in questions. And just give you a moment, Elizabeth, to wrap it up and say final words. What would you like, or what would the spirits or angels like to say?
Wow. Now I'm seeing this energy of Raphael and the green energy. And of course, we talked about the green energy of Raphael. And previously it was the Michael's energy, the blue energy. And if we think of this is the energy of the planet. Blue and green, the oceans and the earth. So these connect to our hearts. So just come from your heart, be in your heart, open your heart. But do be discerning. When it comes to protecting yourself, then make an intention to be protected and invite your angels to work with you and through you. We are all healers. We are all here to heal ourselves. And as we do this, we heal the planet as well. And thank you, everyone, for agreeing to be light workers in this lifetime as well, because you all are.
Great.
And amen and aho. And so if everybody just takes a deep breath, and in that space, on behalf of myself and Cecily, we just want to express our heartfelt thanks to you, Emily, for this, Elizabeth, for this great and amazing hour of sharing your wisdom. And of course, we want to thank Archangel Raphael and all the angels who work with us and every step of the way to provide divine inspiration, removing the obstacles and bringing us such joy. And so with another breath, we just invite you to join us for our next day, when we will be introducing to you Emily Andrews from my home state, Florida. And she's going to be sharing with us, connecting with Archangel Raphael. So be sure to join us tomorrow, and goodbye to all, and angel blessings to all of our human angels listening in right now. Thanks again for joining us.
Blessings, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.